Wow, that movie was so cool. It was only like 300 guys and 300 Spartans, and they fought the whole army. That was crazy. Wow, that was so cool. Oh my god, there was a real battle? Oh my god, this really happened? That's so cool. Oh my god, I want to learn everything about it. Oh, I'm so into it. Wow, that's so... Oh, what? Hey, what the... How do historians know how big armies were? Whenever you're told the size of an army in a book, in a documentary, or on Wikipedia, it's almost always an estimate. Sometimes it's a really good estimate, based on meticulous records kept by both sides before and after a battle. Other times it's just when an old Greek guy has a really, really good feeling about it. Wow, that's a lot. You know what? Let's say it's 1 million. Obviously, we all know no one was going out to battlefields and counting soldiers one by one. 1, 2, 3. I think that's 4. Is that guy behind? Stop moving. Is that guy dead or not? Ah, crap, I lost count. So how can we know? Well, it depends which wars we're talking about. More modern military conflicts are the easiest to estimate. Armies of the 20th and 21st centuries have extremely detailed records and regimented orders of battle. For instance, exact numbers of US soldiers in World War II can be found by meticulously going to archives and counting up each name in the logs of each division, battalion, brigade, so on. While not perfect, it's about as close as you can get. By comparison, estimating Japanese soldiers is tougher because many of the records were destroyed in the firebombing of Tokyo. In many instances, we rely on US intelligence made at the time to inform their own decisions. Things get a lot messier going back further. Take a look at the Battle of Waterloo, where each language on Wikipedia gives a different estimate of the French, British, and Austrian troops. The French site uses estimates from eyewitness accounts of 87,000 French troops, while the English site uses the British estimate of about 73,000, largely based on a 19th century model maker who wrote letters to British officers. It's weird. The Spanish bump each number up a few thousand, while the Germans, Russians, and Italians all round differently. The Dutch insist on including extra Prussians who didn't fight, while not including extra Frenchmen who didn't fight. It's a mess, and we're barely getting started. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 could be anywhere in the ballpark of 10,000 on each side, give or take 5,000. Estimates come from the number of ships William used, how many men would have fit in them, and the fact that Harold's army was roughly the same size. The contemporary Anglo-Saxon Chronicle claims that Harold had 500,000 soldiers, but the Chronicle also mentions dragons, so they might not be the most accurate source. Going back to the Battle of Thermopylae, the classic fight of 300 Spartans, our primary source is Herodotus, one of the first great historians, who claimed that Xerxes' army had 2.6 million soldiers, and that when they showed up, they drank a whole river dry. To this day, we really have no idea how many Persians were there. Estimates go from as low as 15,000 all the way to actually believing Herodotus' numbers. There actually were, however, exactly 300 Spartans, just like he said. They just had a few thousand friends from other cities. So how do historians know how big armies were? Well, they don't exactly. As with anything in history, all we know is what sources tell us, and it's up to us to determine if they're trustworthy or not. US military intelligence? Sure, probably. Napoleonic eyewitness? Perhaps. Herodotus? Better than nothing.